everyone, welcome to Amina Jimoh Show at Amina Jimoh Foundation. Today I'll be playing a voice recording so that way you guys can hear the true life story and give your feedbacks. This was the message he sent to my inbox. He stated, "How are you, Mom? I didn't that men can abuse in the marriage until I passed through. Now I have decided not to marry again." So I believe his words were he didn't know that men also go through abuse in marriage. And now he has decided never to remarry again. So when I got that message, I responded. I said, "Hello, I'm sorry to hear about your experience. It does happen to men as well. Do you want to talk about it? Where are you chatting from?" He stated, "Are you looking for counsel?" And I said, "I am asking if you want to talk about the situation you went through." He stated, "Yes, Mom, I want us to talk about it. Please, I tried to forget, but I couldn't." I said, "Okay, where are you chatting from? What country?" He stated, "I'm a Zambian, but now I'm based in South Africa, Johannesburg." I stated, "Okay, would you like to schedule an appointment with me to talk? If so, when is best to talk?" He stated, "Yes, Mom, Thursday, 7 p.m. will be fine with me." I stated, "It is 12:34 a.m. in South Africa now and 6:34 p.m. in Massachusetts. You are 6 hours ahead of us. Please try to get some rest. My PA will get back to you regarding the appointment. However, make sure you keep yourself safe. Please, sending you hugs, strength, love, and healing. Good night." He stated, "Thank you so much, Mom. I now sleep 3 to 4 hours only." I said, "So sorry to hear that. What is your phone number?" He sent me his phone number. I said, "Okay." He wrote, "Thank you, Mom," and he wrote his name. I stated, "You're welcome, son. Here is a hug. Stay safe." He stated, "Thank you so much, Ma." Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to you?
Mom.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Mom?
I'm doing alright, we thank God.
Alright.
Yeah, so I got your message and what's going on?
Yeah, so what I passed through, I was saying that I didn't know that even men can be abused in marriage.
Yeah, they are. Everybody can be abused. Nobody's spared. Unfortunately, we have bad women as we have bad men, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that some men speak, some don't. So I'm glad that you're speaking up.
Yes.
Right. You said you're from Zambia, right?
Yeah, I'm from Zambia, but now I came recently to South Africa. I'm just 1 month old now.
Oh, you moved to South Africa?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, then that's good. At least it will help with the change of the environment.
I think it has really helped me. It has really helped me because I can say I've started even gaining because
Good.
I even slimmed whereby what happened is hell. Hell, what really happened to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I'm Pastor Kelby.
You said what?
I'm Pastor.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm all ears.
Okay. Actually, what really happened, what was happening to me,
right,
was that let's say we are staying in the other city.
Okay.
It was more like a rural area.
Right.
Where I was working under USAID.
Okay.
With the GSI, Joint Snowy Corporation.
Okay.
as a data entry clerk.
Okay.
Then I was moved to strategic information assistant.
Okay.
So that side we were just staying well. It was just staying well. But when we moved to urban area, that's where she came to change now. Because she now started seeing others who have got money here and there. So the thing what I started observing is with the phone.
Okay.
No, me, I was telling her to say that, when you're married small like you're one, just in case you don't have talk time, you can say, may I use your phone? I've got no problem. There's nothing that I'm hiding. But I observed you started even bathing with the phone. You cannot hold a phone. So it happened that I went to the mountain for prayer and fasting just for 3 days. Then I told her that in mountain, you know how it is, unless you bring some apples, some bananas. So I want you to bring this on this day, on second day. I did know that she has arranged with a man friend to come and pick her up on the same day since I'm in the mountain now to take advantage. So my nephew, when I was in the mountain, I was called that your daughter, she's sick. So let me come back. That's when I came back. Then my nephew told me, I was telling my nephew, that why you didn't bring the bananas? I said, no, auntie bathed and she went out to say that I'm taking bananas to your uncle. No, she never came. She never came. Yes. Then I was at work whereby she can't now, she stopped even preparing things like you're going for work. She stopped even cooking. Everything I was doing by myself. So I was staying with my mother-in-law. When I went for work, the mother-in-law started telling her that you're too young, I can get married to someone else. So all those things I was hearing from my nephew. I listened to what grandma was telling mom. Okay. Then I went for work. I just had to find that they have taken everything in the house. They have just left a bed and a fridge, and they have shifted together with the man, my children. So I tried to put them in the line. I tried to beg for them. I called elders. They sit us down. The mother was like, I know, unless I'm staying with you. Okay, what happened? The mother, what she was doing is that she was leaving my nephew, when I was in the mountain, I was called that your daughter, she's sick. So let me come back. That's when I came back. Then my nephew told me, I was telling my nephew, that why you didn't bring the bananas? I said, no, auntie bathed and she went out to say that I'm taking bananas to your uncle. No, she never came. She never came. Yes. Then I was at work whereby she can't now, she stopped even preparing things like you're going for work. She stopped even cooking. Everything I was doing by myself. So I was staying with my mother-in-law. When I went for work, the mother-in-law started telling her that you're too young, I can get married to someone else. So all those things I was hearing from my nephew. I listened to what grandma was telling mom. Okay. Then I went for work. I just had to find that they have taken everything in the house. They have just left a bed and a fridge, and they have shifted together with the man, my children. So I tried to put them in the line. I tried to beg for them. I called elders. They sit us down. The mother was like, I know, unless I'm staying with you. Okay, what happened? The mother, what she was doing is that she was leaving the clothes, not traditionally, because you cannot leave your underwear clothes in the bathroom where you are staying with your in-law. She was doing that. Then I told my wife to say that I'm not comfortable. I'm going to bath. I find these things in the bathroom. So since we were together, find a way of talking to her. She didn't talk to her. I went to my sister-in-law. I told her, she's what? Let me tell her. That's how I did. Then she went to tell the mother to say that, no, he came to tell me this. No. I used wisdom to come and talk to you as an elderly person. I was thinking that you find a way of talking to her, but not telling her directly. That's how she got upset. And now is even insulting me. So traditionally, I told my elders, they were like, no, okay, since they have insisted that you have insulted them, buy a thing. Material. and a white chicken.
Okay.
Take for them to apologize. I did that.
Is she also from your country?
Yes, those things were happening, yes, in Zambia.
So both of you were originally from Zambia?
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening.
For our origin, the father is from Congo.
Okay.
The mother is from Malawi. Yeah.
Malawi?
But yes, Malawi, traditionally, all those things are the same. We do the same things.
Okay.
So that's how I tried to send the elders. They apologize. I was like, look at how the kids are staying. Better we stay together. We raise up together the kids.
Right.
If there's something wrong with us, you have seen me, I'm able to change. Oh no, she couldn't listen together with the mother. So one day, she decided to come back. You know what she did, Mom?
No.
She went out. I tried to call. I tried to call her. She was not picking up. I tried to call her. She was not picking up. So in the morning, I didn't know that she came with maximum condoms in the handbag. Then she had to put under the mattress, and they were looking very new. So I just came from the bathroom. Then she removed those condoms to say, "I found this in your room." I was like, "Oh my God." You try to ask neighbors if they have seen any woman coming in this place. I don't know where these condoms are, and they have come from. They are just looking, It's like, no. To tell you the truth, these condoms, you have just come with them. No, you cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that she did that. Imagine. I tried to start to, I don't know. I failed to explain myself. These condoms, I've never put condoms in the room. I've never come maximum with them. Although these things I work with them under USAID, not even one is coming with them at home. But the way you have done it to me, I don't know. Yes, I don't know. Then it's a bit like more like punishing you. When she's going for work, she's bathing in the morning, you have to apply her lotion. Come and apply me lotion. I want to go for work. So I was like, no, let me just stand as a man. I cannot be passing through this.
How old was she?
Pardon?
How old was she?
She's 28 years old.
And you?
And me, I'm 34 years old.
Okay.
Yes, and we have 2 kids.
How old are the kids?
Pardon?
How old are the kids?
The kids, the other one is 5, the other one is 3.
Okay. And where are they now?
Yeah. They are with them, with the grandma. They're staying, the mother and the grandma and the kids in Zambia.
Okay. Do you see them?
I see them on WhatsApp, or just calling them video call. I talk to them just like that.
Okay, so you've not really been present in their life, like physically?
Physically, like the whole month now, I've never seen them physically.
Okay.
So the other point was she was sick. She was in the hospital.
Okay.
Then I went there to arrange everything for her. So my phone went battery low. So I was like, since this word is for women, I cannot spend the night here. Let me call Mom so that she comes in. She spends a night here. Yes. So I was asking her for. I got her phone, changing the SIM card so that I put my SIM card since it was for talk time. I called the mother. Then she shouted. I didn't know that the mother has come near. Mom, look at him. He's touching my phone. Then the mother came to grab me in the suit, in the jacket. Then it was Peter Ward. Then the nurses rushed to me and they were like, "This is your son-in-law. There's no way you can be touching him like this over the phone." I don't know why was he touching the phone. I tried to explain. I couldn't. So every time I was with, I observed someone who was calling a man. When you're going for work. Yeah, so I picked up the number. Then I called him to say that, you know what, I want to talk to you man to man. Men, they don't quarrel, they talk. So let's meet in town, we talk. That's how we met in town. Then I was like, I've observed this, and this had stepped my home. And the kids, the way where they are right now, the way they are staying, is because of these issues. Then it was like, even that time, you were in the hospital, having misunderstanding with your mother-in-law, I was there. Me, I didn't, I was there. It's the wife who is weak, so you don't have to blame me.
Wow.
That's how it went. So
where is he from?
He's from Zambia as well.
How old is he?
He should be in the range of 30 or 32, so something.
So he faced you telling you that, yes, he's having an affair with your wife, you should blame your wife.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. He said that, no, it's your wife who's weak.
Wow.
It's not me.
Wow.
So why should you talk to me, talk to your wife? That's how he told me. Then I reached to the extent whereby at work I used to faint. I'm working like this, I just fall down.
Oh God.
I just found myself in hospital. So the first time I fall down, I found myself in hospital from 10 o'clock to 17 p.m. 5 p.m. So I was discharged. I went back home. Then I was in the bedroom. They started talking with the sister. You are going to let your husband die. This is what you are doing. So I was just hearing. So I was like, so these people, they know what she's doing. Just like that. So I started fainting at work, and my contract was not even renewed at work. Stopped working, and then I slimmed. I got sick sometimes. Sometimes I couldn't eat, and then unless I'm with someone, maybe he tries to go for me, and then that's what I passed through. So after I was connected to this NGO, then I was like, after reading your profile, I was like, I didn't know that even men can be abused.
Yeah.
She took me even to court to confess a lot of lies. No, this man beats me up. But something like when she was here, she fell. There's something like on the stomach. Then I was like, she was like, look how he has been beating me. I was like, mommy, this is how I'll find you. If there is a way we can go to the hospitals, they test those things there. Really appreciate rather than what you're saying. I don't know if you were just possessed. Sometimes you can have small misunderstanding. She goes and gets doom. There's doom pest which we use in Zambia, which we use to kill insects. She wants to drink
alcohol.
Yes, I to grab that, I throw it away. She will notice where I thrown it. She will go and get it as she start drinking. All sort of things was happening to her. Neighbors could arise, talk to her. Church members could arise, talk to her family. Others like, this family, as a man of God, again, this family is not a family that will stand up to the work of God, because they are not putting her down, they are not teaching her, and look at how he's mistreating you. Sometimes, you are busy, you knock off, you go to church, like Wednesdays, I knock off 18 hours I have to go to church. At church, I come back, you find that she has not even cooked. You start cooking, you start preparing for the kids. In the morning, you find us sleeping, and the kids, they are going to school. You have to wake up, you prepare for your kids, go to school, then you start preparing yourself. You have to read the word of God, you have to pray. She's sleeping, and so sort of thing. So I'm too excited that, since they have gone, there's nothing I can do. And the contract has not been renewed. Let me try to go to South Africa to my cousin and see how I'm going to stay there, how I came. And via Facebook, I was connected by Madam Temo. She's in Pretoria.
Who?
Yeah, she was doing it. Unless I check the name.
Oh, okay.
But she's white.
Oh, okay.
She's white. She's in Pretoria. She's under the same NGO. She was telling me about water, and then Facebook. Yeah, we were chatting. Then she was telling me about the same NGO.
Is that on Well, I have some South Africans here, so yeah, okay.
She's one of the staff. She's in Pretoria.
Oh, one of my staff.
So,
Okay, then that's her. That's Nicolene then. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
she's always, she wears glasses. She's whiter.
Okay. Wow. So I'm glad at least you have the support system in South Africa. How long were you guys married for?
Just 6 years.
6 years. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Where did you guys meet?
We met in Zambia.
Okay.
There's a province called Copperbelt province in the city kit. We're just in church.
Okay. Okay. But she was 28 when you guys separated.
Yeah. This year she turned 28.
Okay.
We separated this year.
Okay.
In fact, we separated last year June. Those problems started last year June. Yes, up to now.
Oh, so you guys are still married?
We can say that we have never gone to court for divorce, but the parents decided to get her since June 10th up to now.
June 10th. Okay.
Yes, since last year June. I've tried to involve elders, I've tried to involve church members so that they can bring her back, but there's nothing that is happening. So I've just decided to let you go and be just like that.
You are 34?
Yes, 34.
34, okay. Okay, so what do you want to do about her now? What is your mind telling you to do?
Actually, what my mind is telling to do, number one is just to let her go. Just to let her go like this. And in future, if God is really nice, just settle with someone else.
I'm glad you had a change of mind, because when you first wrote me, you said you won't get married again. So I'm glad. I want you to know that her cheating on you is not about you. It's about her. When you have people cheating on their spouse, it's not your problem. It's their problem. But they make you feel like the problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because they feel like because you love them, they'll take you for granted. But you did everything you did for love. I mean, I don't know if there are other things you did that also harmed her. However, I always say there is no justification for cheating.
Yes.
But I like to be fair. I don't know if you also had any habits that you were living with, or maybe you also, did you ever cheat on her too?
As for me, cheating on her, I can't lie, yes.
Okay.
But not
did she find out?
Not whereby it has been a continuous process, no. And that was in the first year of marriage.
Okay.
That was once. What happened was the mother, when she's pregnant,
right.
When she was just pregnant for 4 months,
right.
Then she was taken away from me until after when she gets birth, then the child should be 3 months old or 6 months old. Right. That's when they'll bring the wife. So it was being a man. It was a challenge for me to stay a year or so. Yes, on that period, I did that. And from that time, I never.
So she was aware of you cheating on her?
The only habit, or if you give me the number, the only habit she would tell you is that she would tell you that he's a jealous man. Yes, that's the habit which she hated most. I'm jealousy. I'm too much jealousy. That's the habit which she was telling me. I tried to explain to her, I don't know, every man is jealous for the man that he loves. But I don't know if it's just too much towards you. But I don't restrict you with things. I don't restrict you with your movement. You can go wherever you go. What I don't like is whereby you are just too open to men. Ask for a number, you give. Everyone asks for a number, you give. They can call you. You are at home, you are with me. You're not even scared that you're with your husband.
Did you ever talk to her in regards to that? Did you set boundaries?
I I said, Mom, I said that the main is I said that some of the things I was just catching her on Facebook whereby she leaves the phone, maybe you are with a phone, things just pops up, you just take the phone and here is your phone. Here and then. And when you start quarreling, herself, she'll rush into fighting. I've got teeth, a mark of teeth, which has beaten me around the body right now. If I can remove a shirt like this, when I remove a shirt, people are like, you cannot stay like this. I've tried to involve pastors and the pastors were like, just let her go. Never work for God. I've got like marks over the body. If I remove a t-shirt, like a shirt, I show you my back, you'll be like, ah.
How did you get the marks? Who is giving you the marks?
There?
You said you have marks on your body, right?
Yes, I've got marks on the body with teeth marks.
Oh, she's the one biting you?
Yes.
Do you hit her?
Hit her?
Did you ever beat her or hit her?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay, so
yes,
then she bites you?
Yeah.
Or she started biting you? Who started the fight? Or who started the hitting first?
It's
Okay.
It's always. Sometimes I could not even eat her. I'll be just trying to defend myself. You know, when you're just trying to defend yourself, you get up injured here and there. I'll just start defending myself, cooling her down, trying to defend myself, and then trying to talk to her. That's so. I just beaten her twice. And the reason why I had to beat her that twice, she had to pull my dick. So for me to let her go, that's when I had to beat her. Then that's when she removed her hands twice. And this I told the elders. And they said in court, once you mention that, they're not going to even to tolerate anything like that. They will just divorce you because she will kill you. Yes. Yes, that's the thing. I cannot lie. Yes, I've beaten her twice because she was pulling my dick. I have to protect myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you've decided to move on, and obviously she does not also want the marriage anymore.
Yes.
Do you have any plans for your children?
The plans for the children I have the plans for the children because I cannot allow even those children to grow with that family thinking that are going to have same manners. You know, it's a family whereby they can even raise against you, the whole family. So one day, even one of the elderly woman, she's the one who just came to lock me in the room. And these people, they will injure you. And she locked me in the room and she got the keys. I'd just been there, don't come out. These people can injure you. They came, the mother, the two sisters, and one brother. So actually, one of the elderly locked me up in the room. So that manners, if they grow with those manners, I'm feeling that they can come to be violent in life. These are the kind of kids we are seeing who are violent. So my plan is that with the school where they are in Zambia, because I'm no longer going back, I don't want even to go back because I've got a breathing space now. So I bought a shop which is on rent. So the rentals, they go direct into school account. They go to school, so the rentals money, they go directly into school account. And whatever I make here, money for clothing, I have to send. So, but since I've come to refresh my mind to say that maybe I'll just marry and get settled. If the woman understands and accepts the children, because in Zambia they only allowed to get the kids from their mother when they are 7 years old, according to the law and above. So once they reach 7, 8 years. That's when I can retrieve them, and they follow me. That's the plan that I have. But as long as I find someone who understands, and someone who fears the Lord, and someone who's caring. Yes.
Okay. All right. I can tell you're healing. Both of you wronged each other because I don't know who started the cheating. I don't know if it's you or if it's her. You explained when I asked you, and I'm glad you opened up to tell the truth.
Yes.
I don't know.
And actually,
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, Mom, to tell you the truth, cheating, I observe it in the relationship. Now, it's just that when you love someone, you think that she will change.
Oh, okay. So she has started cheating from the relationship.
From the relationship. So for me, I thought she would change. What happened one day, I was in the other city before I got married, and she was staying in another city. She didn't know that I'm coming. She called me in the night that I'm at the funeral place. Then around 10 o'clock or night, she called to say that I have come back. I'm at home. So she didn't know that the following day I'll be coming. I didn't tell her. That's how I came, and I reached in Ndola City, because that time I was staying in Sore City. I reached around 10 o'clock. Then I had to find her brother. Then I was like, "Where is your sister?" At my sister. My sister, she slept at the funeral. She said she slept at the funeral. She never slept here, so I don't know where she is. But she called me and she has come back. She's at home. So meaning at the funeral, she never had to sleep there. Then I got a foot with the ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend didn't know that I'm with her phone. Then he called. Then he was like, she told me that she's coming to Lusaka. That's the capital city. She's coming to see me. What are you doing with her phone? I don't know. She has just left the phone. She just left the phone. I'm just with her phone. Yes. So I started observing those cheatings in relationship. I have to sit her down. No, this we have to change. I'm not feeling good. And I didn't know that she would come with those things into marriage. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So cheating started when we are just in a relationship.
Okay. But were you also cheating in the relationship?
In the relationship, as for me, no. In the relationship, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm glad you talked about your story. And I can tell from talking to you that you're healing. Because if you're not healing, you wouldn't even be able to talk about all this. So, and I'm very happy you opened up. There's a lot of men, when you go through the YouTube platform, there's a lot of stories about men who has come live to tell their story. Nigerian men, some American men who have come to tell their story live on my live show. So, it's a great thing that men are speaking up to let the world know that it's not only women that go through domestic violence, so that way everybody can have the awareness to know that these things are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it takes a prayer. For me, it's just even to be healed like this. It says just prayers and people surrounded me. Sometimes the church could come home, talk to you. Yeah, sometimes the church could help, go to the family, try to talk to them. They couldn't understand them. They'll come to you. They start comforting you, and yeah.
That's good. Yeah, because people don't know that when you talk about it, you heal. I don't know about Zambians. In West Africans, like especially Nigeria, now they're talking. With the platform, I've had a lot of people talking. But before, they were made to understand that don't talk about it, don't talk about it. But now they see that talking about it heals them. They're happy. They always look forward to hearing a true life story, talking about theirs. You see people openly saying what happened to them. There was a guy who was telling me before, don't say it's my story, don't say it's my story, but say the story. And I was on live. And he came and owned his story. He asked to join. And I was like, you said you don't want nobody to know. He said, no, I don't care anymore. So you see, it makes people heal to the extent that when you heal, you don't care about who the hell is listening to you because all you want is your sanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is true. This has really helped me because when you see someone, you'll be like, let me try to talk to this one. Maybe this one is going to help me. So the more you're talking, it's coming out. The more you're speaking to other people, it's coming out. And the way people are talking to you. At last, I came to know, okay, it's fine now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it is a good thing to speak. And I'm very proud of you for doing that. When I do it, I can share it to you so you can see it too. Look at some stories, and it's not only stories. Like sometimes I have medical doctors, presidential candidates. People come and talk about things going on in the world and all that, with health and all that. You as a pastor too can, contribute by coming to talk if you want to. Topic. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess, do you have any questions or any other thing to talk about?
I think that's the main thing that I really wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Sometimes I just find my space. Even sleeping in house, I just spend 4 hours. 4 hours, if I sleep 4 hours, I have slept. And if actually those days, sometimes I'll just stay, just watching movies. Sometimes you feel dozy, scenes like that. But at least I can sleep 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And just wake up after 3 days.
It's the process. You're going to overcome it soon. Don't fight it.
Yeah.
If it's time to cry, cry. If it's time to get yourself active, try and engage yourself in positive things. I love the way at least you're in a new environment. That would help a lot in forgetting some things. And then if there are things, don't go looking at her online or any accounts. That can trigger things also. Leave the past to be past. Since you said you've moved on, if you want to work on your marriage, fine. Because you guys technically are not divorced. So you need to know what you guys want to do in terms of that, so that you know if you're in the marriage. Well, technically you said she's not coming back and she refused to come back, but by the court you guys are not divorced, but by tradition you're divorced, right?
Yeah, traditionally we're divorced, yes.
Okay, I don't know about Zambia. Nigeria, most things are traditionally done. Like the marriages, some people don't even have marriage certificates. Some do. So I don't know about Zambia, what the requirements are.
In Zambia, some people, they don't have marriage certificate. If you stay together more than 5 years, the court will consider you as married.
Oh, I
There's
see.
a local court. Then there's a high court one. And for high court, they are not going to consider you married, but unless you have got a marriage certificate. Then in the situation like it has been with me, whereby we are not together,
Right.
they will automatically consider you as divorced, or they will give you such forms and share your properties. They will just give you divorce letters and share your properties. But traditionally, we are divorced because we had 2 seats and they couldn't, we couldn't reconcile.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I heard you. Oh my God, that's why I asked if you're okay. It sounded like something happened. Oh, I know we've been talking for almost an hour now, so I'm not sure if that's what's getting you tired or if it's something that happened.
It's something like that. It's just mind where like if it triggers in your mind, then
right.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. So try and listen to music, pray, meditate, eat well, exercise, do things that you love doing, travel, and they'll get your mind off. Before you know it, all this sleepless nights would go away. It's a phase. You overcome it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm glad to have you on my platform, and thank you for reaching out.
Thank you, ma'am, for talking to me.
You're very welcome, and I'll always be here by God's grace.
Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You've listened to all he had to say. I want to beg any man that is in an abusive marriage to please kindly speak up. Men also do go through abuse. Some women are as deadly as some men. When you have abusers who abuse their spouse, they are the best people out there. Even when you go to the court, you would turn to look like the abuser, because they would then victimize you, the victim, and they then portray you as the perpetrator, and the court system wouldn't know that they really are the abusers if you don't have any proof. Look at that now. I'm not there. I'm just using what I got to judge the case. She came at him, as he stated, and he had to use self-defense to help himself so he can get her off. I do not ask anyone or advise anyone to hit anyone or to abuse anyone. I do not tolerate violence. I tell both women and men to stay off of any abusive relationship, and that's my stance on it. Once there is domestic violence, it's a no-no. There is no need to continue. Abusers do not change. Abusers will abuse you for the rest of your life. Yes, I said it. Listen to it again. Once you're with an abuser, they never change. They will do it again and again. It's a cycle for an abuser. Most of them, 99% of them, do not change. Some people might say, oh, do not judge everyone. I'm sorry. I have done a lot of research on abusers, and most of them do not change. It's a cycle. Even when you're not with them, when you have children with them, they would use those children to abuse you mentally, to abuse you emotionally from far away, from wherever they are. So it's just quite unfortunate that you cannot know who you really are with. Sometimes you'll be with someone for years. Some people would say, didn't you see the red flags? Why did you get married to this kind of person? Sir, ma, sometimes you would never know who you're going in with because they're actors. So they would love bomb you, and you would be carried away and swept away that you would not know that this is their pattern. If you are in an abusive relationship, be it a man or a woman, kindly use the exit door. Now, when you're doing that, you have to be in a safe mode to do that. Be sure that you do not leave when it's not safe. So be very careful, because abusers can flip at any time. I know it's not easy to leave an abusive relationship. It's easier said than done. Sometimes people will say, why did you stay? Why did you leave? But trust me, the same people that are blaming you for leaving or not leaving will always blame you either way. So it's better you pick your bags and start leaving, because you see the future of those children will be stained if you are around the abuser, because that's the only thing that they're seeing, and that's the only thing, unfortunately, that this wonderful children and these precious children would see to emulate. Do you want your children to be emulating abusers? No. So in this case, there was financial abuse, there was physical abuse, there was emotional abuse. All kinds of abuse was in there. Sometimes you get married to people and people would say, oh, he's not beating me, he's just said I'm stupid, or she just said I'm stupid, or she just called me this, or he just called me that. That's also abuse. We have emotional abuse, we have financial abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, you name it. Go down and check videos on domestic violence that I previously have talked about. You would find all kinds of abuse in there. Or you can go to my platform on Facebook at Amina Jimoh Show, and you would find lots of things about domestic violence. So I am begging you, again, men, do kindly speak up and care about your mental health. And for the useless family members who always enable abusers, may God punish you. And I say Allahumma Ameen. Whatever you dish out to other people's children, may it go back to you also. Because what you're doing is enabling abusers in the society, and that is not good. We should always treat people the way we want to be treated. For the people who gaslight their partners, it's just a short period of time. You might see you're getting away with it. You're telling people lies about your partner. You're telling people, oh, she did this, oh, he did that. One day, we would all return to God, and He is the only one that witnessed everything that we did. So you might get away with things, you might get away with lies, you might tarnish that person's image, but one day, the one who can see everyone, He would be the one that will judge you and your partner. And that day, you would not be able to lie about it, because everything would be right there in the open. Always remember that. I will just beg everyone to make sure that whatever nonsense you're doing, one person or the both of you sometimes might be acting stupid, thinking you're getting back at the other partner and affecting your children. Start caring about your children. You'll find out that some partners would be so useless that they would think they are harming the other partner. They would start abusing those children financially and not contributing what they're supposed to contribute for their children's upkeep. Some men, we're talking about African culture here, so I'll put in the African culture. Some men will boldly sit there and say, I'm not going to pay for anything that has to do with the children since we're not together. You take care of it because you have to be with me before I can provide for my children. You find, I've seen cases where men would say that they're not willing to provide for their children to go into college. Where have we lost it? This is African. We have a tradition. I've never ever sat down to think about hearing nonsense like that. But do I blame people like that? No, they come from the trench. Some people would not get petty after you break up with them. You'll be surprised that you would know someone and think you've known them. But divorce can be so deadly sometimes that after divorce, you would see people's true color and be like, whoa, I didn't know this person was a crazy person. I wouldn't even have opened my body to this one. And you're looking at yourself, did I marry this? Some people will say the B word and some people will say the F word. Trust me, divorce will teach you a lot of things that you look at yourself and you're like, oh Lord, have mercy. Don't tell me I have even done this with this person. Don't tell me I've been in contact with such a crazy person. So when divorce happens, sometimes you see people's true colors. They would find means to continue with their abuse. An abuser would never want to be responsible. So even when you're not together, they wouldn't want to keep up. Anyone they can get on, they can take advantage of it. So that's why people that are raised in love would act differently from people who are raised in the survival mode. I've seen women too who are very useless, who would use their time to chase men all around instead of taking care of their children. I'm talking about men separately, I'm talking about women separately, because I come from two cultures, the American culture and the African culture. the African culture says that a man should be responsible for his children. The American culture says 50-50. But even with the American cultures, you'll find some men and women here that are as useless as anything you can think about. So sometimes you see them out there acting like good people, but in real life, they are frustrating their partners. Responsibility to their children, they will shift it to you to see if you're going to take it, so that way, if they feel they're abusing you through that way, you might come back to them when you're tired. Do not give up. Raise those kids on your own. If it is the father that is healthy, do it. If it is the mother that is healthy, do it. But never let an abuser gaslight you, even when you're not together. All right? If they do not want to pay for anything, move on. My advice to you on those children is, I asked you if you're involved in their life. You need to get involved in their life. You don't raise children from WhatsApp. You need to find time to visit them from time to time and spend quality time with them. All right? You have to find a way to spend quality time with them. However, if you know that you also have abusive tendencies that will affect the children, leave them alone. I would rather have one healthy parent raise the children rather than having two crazy parents raise the children. Sometimes people would say, why are you breaking the family? Sometimes divorce would be better for those children, because you do not want them to live in an abusive environment. And sometimes you are separated, but the abuser can continue doing the abuse from wherever they are. So it's just the grace of God. But one thing I want to say is, going forward, do not let an abuser gaslight you, because I always say both parents should co-parent in a healthy manner. But if you have an abuser that is not willing to do that, do not let them gaslight you. Leave them alone. If you have the court system that tells you what to do and they're not doing it, let them be. One day, we would all go back to our Creator and we will explain what we did with our time. My platform is an anti-domestic violence platform, meaning we do not tolerate domestic violence. People think it's a platform about domestic violence. That's not what my platform stands for. However, we are an anti-domestic violence platform. So people get it like, oh, it's a domestic violence platform. Anti-domestic violence, meaning that we do not tolerate things like that. So do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up. And be sure to invite your family and friends to join on all the Amina Jimoh Foundation, all the Amina Jimoh Show platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Our Facebook is always on 24/7. We have everyone all around the world because it's a global transformation mission. I thank you very much. Whatever I have not covered, kindly put down your comments down below to tell the victim what to do. Now that you all have listened to my conversation and the victim's conversation, I would like you guys to kindly put down your comment down below, so that way the victim would know what to do in regards to their family. My take on this is, whatever you're doing, always come with a clean heart to do it, and always come with good intentions. So he explained, saying that she came into the marriage, and before she came into the marriage, she was cheating on him, or she cheated on him. So my thing is, if you already know that somebody is a cheater and the person will be cheating on you or has cheated on you, and now you're not going to use that as a yardstick to say, oh, you cheated on me, so I can cheat on you too at any goddamn time that I do feel like cheating. What I expected him to have done is to address the situation nicely and let her know that, hey, you're not home. I'm in need of you. Yes, he said he could not keep his sexual urge. That's not a reason to cheat. I'm sorry. I do not see a reason for anyone to cheat on their partner. You need to communicate. I always stress it. Communication. Communication is very important. I know that there are some people that you communicate with that will give you a deaf ears. But when you're with someone and you want to remain in a marriage, you all have to come together to communicate in a healthy manner. So you saying that you told her or you spoke to the family about what is going on and you want her back. In this case, they are not yet divorced. However, they are already separated, waiting for their fate. I guess he already apologized. She's not taking apology. And basically, she wants out. So at this point, I'm not going to go too long. What I would advise you is to find a counselor who you also need to sit down with, to have a conversation with, because you need to care for your children. I asked him if he's in contact with his children. He stated WhatsApp, they talk, things like that. I believe every parent, if they're not violent towards those children, and if they're not abusive, because sometimes parents ask for visitations, but in all fairness, they abuse those children during visitations. Abuse is not only physical. Abuse can be that you're not providing for those children. Abuse can be that you're not feeding those children. Abuse can be that you're having resentment towards the other partner. So you all need to sit down with a counselor and you have to be sincere to care about these children's upbringing, because at the end of the day, the only thing the two of you should start caring about is how to co-parent in a healthy manner. And the children's best interest, I believe, should be what you all should be going for. I feel you're not in your children's life, and that's not enough. The people on my platform know that I stand for, if you are in a relationship with someone, you're married to someone, stay faithful to them. I always say there is no reason, under no circumstances, should anyone say, I cheated on you because you did this and you did that. That's nonsense. So if you know you cannot have self-control, kindly stay single, because you have to also be caring about people's mental health, emotional health, thinking about their physical health too, because for all I care, you can get STDs from all this nonsense. And sex is spiritual, like I always say. I always explain to you that sex is spiritual. There are some people that eleda, Yoruba say eleda, and eleda has to do with what your head, they say ori. Ori is head. Sometimes in the African tradition, there are things that I believe that some people are out there that you cannot cheat on. Even if they do not find out, nemesis will catch up with you when you do that to them. You can say, oh, it's my body, I'm using my body to do it, I'm not using her body, or I'm not using his body. But this is somebody that you committed to, saying, I love you, I'll be there for you, I promise to be faithful to you. Where is that loyalty? For a 2 minutes or 2 seconds or 1 second or 5 minutes or 5 hours of coming, you come and that is it. Is that everything that you think about, that you don't have every other productive thing to do with your life? It's high time married couples and people in a relationship need to start thinking about it, that I need to be loyal to this person or I need to be out. Some people cannot take it. Some women will be okay with you cheating on them. Some men are okay with you cheating on them. Some people are not just okay. And some people, like I said, eleda, where I come from, they would say eleda. The Yorubas would say eleda, ori. Ori elomi o bakwe komo sun kakiri. What I said is, some people's spirit is like, is not going to allow you to be sleeping with other people, because you would bring in bad things to their life. There are some things that when you are with somebody and that person is really pure and clean, you go and mess with somebody else, you come and mess the person's life. And innocently, things will start going bad for that person. Whether you like it or not, I believe sex is spiritual. So it's left to you to think about what you want to do with your life. But Ajay, Her Excellency Amina Jimoh would always tell you the truth as it is. The truth you do not want to be told, but I will always tell you the truth. Okay? I will be seeing you on my next episode on the Amina Jimoh Show. Thank you for always coming here to watch and listen to all my Iririaye, Labarinduri and Negaskia, Akukondu Madu, real life story. I hope that you are a subscriber already. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly hit the red subscription button, that one right there, and also hit the notification button so you will be notified when I am YouTube live or when educative post is dropped. Thank you so much and God bless you, and do not forget to give me a thumbs up. So it's time for people to know that other people need to be respected. In here, I believe two of you are wrong. With the person that started cheating before marriage and the person that continued after marriage. So she started cheating. Then you had the urge, you said, because you could not keep yourself. You said you're a pastor. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to blame you. But if you're a pastor also, as a pastor, you're there to preach to people, to make sure that they stay away from adultery. So it's time that, I know anybody can go on that and things can happen, but I guarantee you that I'll say this to you, that as a pastor, I would like to hold you accountable. That other people are looking onto you to advise them, because you will be a mentor for other people at your congregation. So how would you explain to them that you're supposed to abstain from other people's property? Because for all I care, you were married and also sleeping around with another person. Your wife also was having her own with another person. So the both of you were wrong. So there is no justification for this. And there was domestic violence. Domestic violence can be hitting somebody, emotional abuse. For all I care, emotional abuse was here. There was a lot of things going on. Financial abuse here also. And you have children. That was why I was asking, what is the fate of the children? What do you guys intend to do? Because at the end of the day, it's the innocent children that suffer. Sometimes you might have partners that will be good partners that would not get violent or would not get really... From the interview I had with him, he stated she was cheating on Mima before we got married. My thing is, if you could not take it, if somebody cheats on you and you know that you'd not take it, do not get married to them with the hope that probably you will be allowed to also cheat when you decide to cheat. I'm not blaming you here and I'm not blaming her, but for the two of you, I believe there was lack of control. You all have to have control. People might say, oh, men cannot keep themselves. I do not believe in that. I have seen and I've been around healthy men who I was raised with, who I can testify to that I've seen healthy men who have self-control. So it's high time people or women stop saying all men are dogs. All men cheat. I don't believe all men cheat, and I don't believe all men are dogs like people say. I'm only using the words because other people make reference to that. That is not what I believe in, and I'll never call any man a dog. So people need to change the narrative and stop saying it rains everywhere. No, it does not rain everywhere. You are enabling them, the people that you have been coming in contact with. You feel that if you talk, they are going to leave you. You feel that if you tell them what you do not like, you lose them. So you're losing your own values because you have to settle for less. I am going to cheat on you and you're going to be fine with it. that's what you're going to keep getting because you are already enabling them. So it's high time women and other men, I've heard men on my platform say, is in a man's nature to cheat. No, it's not in any man's nature to cheat. It's because we have high volume of irresponsible people who cannot have self-control. That's why they feel the urge to cheat. Now going back to her. That's very irresponsible. These days, I find a lot of African women, some African women, and I do want you to really listen to me. I said some. I did not say all. Some African women with lack of being responsible. They get married and then they have the side hands. We have side chicks for men. These are side hands for them. Imagine somebody sleeping with your wife. Imagine another man looking into your eye or even having a conversation with you on the phone or however they had the conversation to have the nerve to tell you it's your wife that does not have self-control. I don't have a problem with that. Another man, and you're married to that person, and another person is telling you your wife have lack of self-control. So don't blame it on me, blame it on your wife. That's very disrespectful, but guess where the disrespect came from? It came from your wife. Love you and hope to see you on the next episode. And this is Amina Jimoh from the Amina Jimoh Show at the Amina Jimoh Foundation. Thank you and God bless you.